George Washington and Harriet Tubman?
Here you go.
It's happening again. They don't believe it's really us.
Come, sit down.
This isn't real, of course, but what if it was? What if you could talk to some of the most famous leaders in history? Leadership has many definitions, but I like this one from a sixth grader. I think anyone can be a leader. All you have to do is guide young people or older people to the right path. Well, George Washington and Harriet Tubman are such leaders.
Hi, guys. This is my friend George Washington. He was our first president. He led America through the Revolutionary War so the United States could be a nation born of freedoms and liberty. Born to be a leader, he had wealth, position, managed his family's large plantation, and great things were expected from him. When his country called upon him to right the wrongs of the British, he gave up his farm and took control of the Continental Army.
This is the great Harriet Tubman. She was born a slave. Nothing was expected of her other than to work in the fields and obey her master, who actually owned her. She was property. She had neither education nor freedom. However, she refused to let her life story be dictated by others. She escaped to the north where slavery was illegal. But here is where her real leadership qualities emerged. Many times she risked her life traveling to the south and led hundreds of other slaves to freedom.
So leadership is being famous?
No, not at all. Leadership has nothing to do with fame. It's about taking action, about willing to set an example for others to follow, to encourage those who follow to do their best efforts, just like captains and coaches in your game.
Famous leaders are not very different from non-famous leaders. Most just do simple things from day to day that make a difference.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, right?
Right.
Let's take a look at some examples of leadership that you probably encounter all around you. There are many qualities leaders have in common, like knowing how to listen in addition to sharing their ideas with others. Leaders have to be part of a team.
Leaders have good judgment and a strong sense of fairness. They can help others solve conflicts where both sides feel they got a fair result.
Leaders set good examples for others. As I learned, dictators don't make good leaders because they don't have to live by the same rules as everyone else. When we created the Constitution, we made sure the president wasn't a king. They had to follow the same laws as everyone else. They led by example.
Bouncing back from failures is important. The world can be harsh and everyone fails at some point. Getting up after you fall is an important quality for leadership.
Have a positive attitude as much as possible. People are more likely to follow leaders who demonstrate that common goals can be achieved through hard work.
Be dependable. If you fail to deliver what you agreed to, apologize and do better next time. People will respect that. Be brave.
Miss Tubman, you could have stayed safe in the north. Weren't you scared you'd be caught and killed? I would be.
Yes, I was. Sometimes, though, you have to do what's right, even when you're scared. And the slaves I led were scared, too. As bad as slavery was, it took a lot of hard work to help them overcome those fears.
When I was captain of my soccer team, I always felt like I wasn't doing a good job. Do you ever feel that way?
That feeling is part of life, son. We all have it. I may have been a general and president, but inside, I'm human, just like you. Now tell me, what is soccer?
Come on, I'll show you.
Being a leader is no superpower. Everyone has the capacity to be a leader in some way. Take a look at the leaders in your life and think about the qualities that they demonstrate. I bet you'll find a lot of them in you. I'll see you next time.